Hello and welcome to Yager, or should I say hello and welcome back to Yager, my friends, because that will be the second time I'm playing this game on my channel, and I was having tons of fun about 2 years ago, but unfortunately the footage wasn't exactly up to current standards, so I decided to just start her over again as a second season, so to speak. And if you're not familiar with this game, well, I wouldn't be blaming you, because it has been abandonware for the past 15 years or so, and I never saw anything but the retail release both on the original Xbox as well as Microsoft Windows. And as you saw in the intro sequence, it was developed by Yager, of course, and published by THQ, if I'm not misremembering, at least on Microsoft Windows. And regardless, it was the debut title, and later on they were also responsible for Spec Ops: The Line, a relatively famous title, to put it mildly. So I'm looking forward to replaying these 22 missions, some of which will be super difficult later on if I'm not misremembering. So hopefully we can manage it once my muscle memory kicks in once again, because I'm going to need it, to be honest, I really do. And otherwise, well, this game takes place in the near future, where corporations have replaced the governments around the world. And our name is Magnus Tide, and our ego is absolutely massive. I've never met anyone in any video game that has an ego this massive, to be honest. As you will see shortly, this game is full of humor. And speaking of atmosphere, it would be well advised to not deviate from the default installation folder on Microsoft Windows, because otherwise you won't be having any cutscenes. Okay, I think that's all we need for the introduction, so suppose then we try to, well, warm up a little bit in the tutorial, because there will be one, as you will see shortly, but even the tutorial is full of humor. And as you can tell, we also have some stats to play with. Our accuracy wasn't exactly standard the last time we tried this, right? And there are also some unlockables, but I think they're mostly resolved around the ship database, and I did a terrible job here, for instance. Well, maybe there's room for improvement, we have to see, of course. Yeah, 22 missions, some of which will be super difficult. You know, one problem is that we are basically piloting a ground attack aircraft, and later on we need to be an air superiority fighter. And these two things, they don't intertwine very well here, at least with my skill set, to be honest. Okay, maybe it's hoping still, so why don't we just see what we can do. And there are also patches for the latest version available. And I do believe the multiplayer relies on GameSpy. And GameSpy has been shut down, so it will be restricted to tunneling this through the internet or a local network, incidentally. But I think there could be fun to be had here. But I don't have anyone to play with me, of course, so it's all single player for me right now. And yeah, this game runs in a 4:3 aspect ratio, of course. Looks pretty decent though, especially being released in 2003.
Despite everything, here I was back on Proteus Islands and back in the job market. Nothing much had changed. They still looked a cool place to be if you had money, and I didn't. Freelancing for Proteus beat starving.
Yeah, no expenses covered, no social security.
Well. Very well.
It's the future after all.
So far I'd been lucky. Everyone seemed to have forgotten my previous misdemeanor. Hey, it hadn't been my fault. Just a slight miscalculation that left me in the water and my ship in pieces, along with my reputation, my relationship, and my bank account. But this time it was going to be different. It hadn't been easy, but I'd got my hands on a great new
what a
ship
beauty, right?
and a signed Proteus contract. Now all I needed was a nice little high-earning job, and it would be business as usual. The downside was the Proteus red tape. Before anything could be done, both me and my ship had to be checked out for something called mission suitability. Hell, they even gave me a book of rules written by the boss man himself.
Little hint, Magnus doesn't care about that book.
Report to the assigned wing leader at Proteus base. I wonder if those grease monkeys have finished crawling over my ship yet.
What does manual control calibration mean?
How should I know? You press the damn button.
Guys?
Oh, everything's A-okay here, Tide.
It's past the official criteria. All you have to do is turn her on.
I never have trouble turning them on.
Yeah. You have that humor.
They're in a rush.
Yeah, better get used to it.
Welcome aboard the LR-4004 Archer, the latest fighter ship.
Those idiot mechanics. It took me ages to personalize my control settings. Now I'll have to do it all again.
Commence hover mode check. Please confirm axial ship rotation. Orientate the ship. To show me you know what you're doing, aim and fire at the symbol placed to the left of your ship.
Yeah, so that's the tutorial. Most of our controls will be unlocked progressively over time in this simulation. Controls just like freelancer for the most part. And crime cities for that matter.
Someone at Lobos has a sense of humor.
Yeah, not just these guys.
Now press fire again while aiming at the new symbol to your right.
Yeah, by the way, you have to cap the game at 60 FPS, otherwise the dialogue will be skipping.
Sorted.
Thank you. Axial ship rotation confirmed. Now checking hover movements. Press thrust to accelerate the ship. To test on hovering linear movement, move to the new symbol placed at your height level.
Hover mode not super fast, of course, but makes it easier to aim.
Thank you. You can now raise and lower the ship. Please adjust your altitude and fly through the higher altitude symbol to confirm vertical movement.
Just how long is this gonna take?
I was impatient with the onboard computer, I see. That's not going to change.
Very good. Please note that you can also use the hover mode to strafe to the left and right and to backpedal. This gives you all the opportunity to maneuver according to your needs when close to the ground. One of the many exciting features of the LR4004 is that it can fly high in the air. To do so, switch to jet
I want to see by this game, even the computer. Yes, okay, so we have dual mode, essentially.
Now, please try to fly through the new, higher symbol while in jet mode.
Aha, but before we do this, why don't we deviate a little bit here from the plan? Because for no particular reason.
You switch back to hover mode. To fly higher and faster, activate the jet mode again.
It's lovely.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, well,
You can do it.
yes, thank you. We're
Stop
very special.
patronizing me.
We're very special, of course.
Terrific, sir. Now please take some time to further familiarize yourself with the controls.
Sure, it's not as if I've anything better to do with my time.
Yeah, by the way, we do have out fire for all of our weapons, of which there will be many later on. I don't know, all of them will be available all at the same time, of course. Yeah, but if I don't want to, then what? So, charge shot for our basic pea shooter. Drains lots of energy, of course. We can also just fly into terrain to upset the computer.
All controls are now calibrated, and the LR4000
Calibrated by us, yeah.
Takeoff. To leave the simulation, just press the action button, which would have been possible at any time.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Yeah, because it's mandatory. But I think we can actually back out right away if we want to. It's interesting, you know, tongue-in-cheek humor. Also breaking the 4-4 there. But there's another snippet we can get here.
Control calibration finished. Please feel free to exit
please
the
feel free.
simulation at any time. May I say that once this simulation has ended, you should be very careful.
It's you! You're driving me crazy!
Ah, it's fantastic, right? It's just the very first tutorial here, but it's not the only voice line they have for that. Okay, maybe you can indulge me here for a minute or two. I'm sorry. That's too funny. Oh, no, it doesn't trigger, right? That's not a funny voice line, really. Okay, maybe the impact isn't
Please use the action button to exit the simulation.
only for special pilots. Okay, apparently it's not doing it. Well, too bad.
Back to reality.
Sort of.
OBS Robotics designed the LR4004 with you in mind. Please enjoy your flying and remember, don't drink and fly.
Yeah, always important, isn't it?
I'd drink if I had to listen to you every day. So much for that. Now to find that wingman.
Yeah,
It's a
but we
nice
can do some
day for
sightseeing
flying
before we do
around
that,
Proteus.
right? Yeah, isn't it? It has a certain look and feel right of an original Xbox game. Yes, of course, we have the minimap, as you would think. It's the hold down the button type, unfortunately so, not the toggle one. We can also zoom in for sniping, because there will be a sniper, well, gun essentially later on. We also have limited lock-on, because it's an Xbox game. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? But it won't be the last time we will be driving around at Proteus Island, don't you worry.
That's the headquarters building.
Yeah, I'm impressed by this game. Looks really nice still, especially the water.
Is that him? Nah, he's heading elsewhere.
Yeah, there's some freighters back
Busy,
here.
busy. Freelancing sure beats working for a living.
But it's not nearly as steady, is it though? You have to cover all of your expenses, including medical ones, sick leave, and also retirement. Ocean travel is still a thing in this universe, of course, because it's very efficient. Yeah, very nice. I like it. Yeah, waypointers or wingmen, of course. Sometimes you have multiple objectives. Ground transport as well, as you would think. This is our main base of operations for the Proteus Corporation. At the moment, we're only a freelancer. And we do have some repair pads in the area. There's an auto healing in this game. Yep. We just hover over here and press the action button. Then we land automatically, essentially. We can do this even in combat. The enemies are nice enough to hold their fire sometimes, but not all the time. Remembering these is very essential, of course.
SOEB base here. What's keeping you, freelancer? You're meant to be with your assigned wing leader.
Sorry, I just had to... Hey! Don't I recognize that voice?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Tide!
Sarah! How you doing?
Don't you Sarah me, you freelance tramp.
Hey, Sarah, what's the matter with you?
Our girlfriend we broke up
You need
with.
to ask. After that last stunt you pulled, I lost my promotion. 5 years training down the tubes. Back to where I started in one easy move, thanks to the one and only Magnus, trust me, I know what I'm doing, Tide.
Hey, it wasn't...
I don't want to know. All I know is that you screwed up big time and I carried the can. Now get out of my face and over to the military hangar. The wing leader is waiting.
Aye, aye,
Now
lady.
that's an icy reception. But she'll melt, eventually.
There you are, freelancer Tide. My job is to lead you through the training program. There's a lot to do, so let's go. Follow me.
I can hardly wait.
We'll go to the Sparta first.
The Sparta?
It's the aircraft carrier over there. We need to get you some training equipment.
Good. I like getting equipment.
Who doesn't?
Okay, Tide. They've placed your gear on one of the lower side pads. All you have to do is to pick it up.
Easy peasy, right?
That's gotta be the stuff.
New
Got it.
weapon
Now, what to do with it?
It's a training weapon, Tide. Signals hits without taking real damage. We'll need it later. Now follow me to the training island. We're gonna blast some targets first.
Who told them I needed this?
Yeah, well, it's standard procedure, don't you know, Tide?
Follow me to the practice range. Once there, activate your hover mode so we can start.
Yeah, right, your flying isn't exactly on stellar here, right? We want to avoid a collision maybe by chance. Who's the trainee here? Yeah, this is the air superiority fighter. We are ground-attacked aircraft, essentially. We can fill the other role, but later on we have to. Way too often. But you will see it when we get there. It does look very nice, right? Not exactly Far Cry, but it's getting
Right,
there.
Tide. Switch to hover mode and place yourself on the starting area. Okay, Tide. The targets have been set up. Your mission is to shoot as many as possible. You've got limited time, so hurry.
Shall I use that training weapon?
No, Tide, you'll need that later. Do it with your standard weapon.
Got it. It's auto lock on, as you can tell.
So far, Tide, you're quite good.
Well, better hope so. I already played for the game 2 years ago.
Carry on, Tide. That's really good.
Auto lock on not always super reliable, but does work well enough most of the time.
Extraordinary. Where did you get your practice?
In the field. The best type of practice. So, any other things? Oh, there we go. One more remaining.
Okay, Tide, I'm impressed. You've no targets left. Excellent result, Tide. You didn't even need all the time.
What did you expect? I'm Magnus
Yeah,
Tide.
our ego is even larger than this.
Okay, let's see what results you get in the next part of the training. Your next training goal is to fly once around the training island, on course through those target gates displayed. To make it more interesting, they put some guns around the track. Try to take them out, or at least evade their shots. The first gate is right in front of you. I suggest jet mode on this. Okay, go!
Yes, we try that. Yes, of course. What is this? Half-Life?
Boom, that gun's had enough.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pea shooter.
Okay, keep on keeping on, Tide.
Whoop. Yeah. Sound effects are also fantastic, as are most aspects of this game. Why is it abandoned again? Really shouldn't be.
Okay, Tide, you managed to hit some of the guns.
Yep, and another one.
It's a bonus score, I believe. Lockout doesn't always work. This would be one occasion.
Tide.
Better duck, guns.
What? I forgot about the dialogue. It's fantastic. Oh, these Bond one-liners.
Looks pretty good to me, Tide.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Just improve for a high score.
Welcome back, Tide. Let's check your results.
Acceptable, I'm hoping.
Yahoo! You got them all, Tide. Excellent. You're the right man for the job.
Yeah, because I can fly through some
Get to the
rings.
repair point to have your damage fixed, Tide. We can't continue till you do.
What damage? I took damage? When did I take damage? Okay, if you're so insistent about this. These are not always marked by the way you have to fight them first, as you would think. It's not a repair point. I don't think so, right? Yeah, doesn't look like one to me.
I suggest you get yourself to the repair point, Tide.
Yes, they always look the same, even if they are derelict or anything in between. Don't think too hard about it. We didn't take any damage though, I'm pretty sure.
Your overall performance on this part was pretty impressive. Now let's see if you can keep it that way. On to the last part. Okay, Tide. Now for the bit that's going to interest you. Dogfight.
I thought you'd never get to it.
Keep that trigger finger cool, Tide. Better switch to your training weapon. Okay, Tide. I'm the enemy. Try to hit me with your training weapon.
Okay, watch out.
Watch yourself, Tide. This is a dogfight.
Yeah, well, it would be not so easy, I would figure.
Not bad, Tide.
Do we have an odd-fire on this thing? Yeah, we do. Unfortunately, it's not a 3D radar. For a game of this type, you would think it would be, but isn't. And again, I'm a ground attack aircraft, not an air superiority fighter.
Whoa! You trying to kill me, Tide?
I thought that was the name of the game.
Come on, Tide. You're running out of time.
I got you again.
Okay, Tide. Not so serious, right?
I'm on your 6 there, man. Your toes, yeah, this would be.
Hey, you're getting dangerous.
Of course I'm dangerous.
Yeah, that's the problem with not having backward-facing guns. We do eventually.
Okay, Tide, you got me. I give up. Just let me stay alive.
Hey, I was only playing.
Okay, Tide. Training's over. I'll report your results to HQ. Time to fly home. Follow me to the military hangar to get your landing pad assigned.
Oh, I love those. I think it's slightly slower so we can catch up to him. Something like that. Later on we can pilot additional ships, but only on occasion, as part of a mission. This will be our standard aircraft, for the most part.
Tide, practice is over. Get yourself to the military hangar.
Yeah, I'm already here.
Hangar control, come in, freelancer.
Hi there. You got a cozy berth for my ship?
You have permission to land on pad 3. That is next to your wingman's pad.
Yeah, there's a guy there, right? Should probably be careful.
Thanks to the training, hopefully they'll give me a high-paid job.
I like the attention to detail, like in the rear airport. So, back to basics, and we did not get anything else right, because I wasn't performing good enough, shooting all these turrets. Okay, then let's back into action. In the literal sense of the word, because I'm a bit rusty, of course. Okay, fighter pickup. Oh, remember now. Shouldn't be too difficult. But as you can see, performance wasn't stellar. If you care about high scores at all, of course it is. Then again, I'm giving it my best.
The nerve of Proteus to put me through training. Do they really think I'd have this baby and not know how to fly it?
Can never be certain, because I'm involved. Don't just throw the sponge away, you know.
Trainee on a job? They must be hard up for pilots. I was looking forward to what Sarah had to say.
Proteus, SOEB based, wing leader Alexei and freelancer Tide.
Magnus. The name's Magnus, Sarah.
Look, Space Worm, I'm not exactly enjoying this duty, so keep it as professional as possible. Orders for the wing leader. There's an emergency situation developing. An out-of-control freighter is drifting towards the islands.
You've lost a freighter?
Don't crow about it, Tide. Just follow your wing leader and see if you can find it. Further instructions will follow.
Don't I even get a good luck?
Just do it, freelancer Tide. Proteus Base is watching you. Screw up and you're out of work.
Anything you say, Sarah.
The ego man.
You heard it, Tide. Let's go before that thing takes out half of the island. I'll circle around to the north. You go northeast. Keep in touch. If either of us sees anything, we shout out.
Got it, sir.
Okay, but no going in alone. I need the brownie points.
And probably need the practice. Don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil your show.
And then we keep looking. We do have zoom, of course, for this. Very essential on old televisions, of course, for the original Xbox. Otherwise it would be impossible to see anything in the distance.
Listen up, guys. Incoming briefing.
Hi, Sarah.
We have information that the freighter is drifting towards civilian habitation on Proteus Islands. Your orders are to operate a search and destroy mission. Destroy the freighter, but make sure you do it over safe ground. Repeat, do not detonate over inhabited areas. Proteus over.
Should be pretty logical, wouldn't you think? Okay, enough easier someplace. That looks really nice for 2003, doesn't it? Oh, that could be the thing, right?
Crew?
Gone. They bailed out after losing control. At least you can shoot her down without any conscience.
That looks like a drifting freighter over there. That must be the one. Hey, wingman. I found the freighter. It's near the eastern atoll, moving southwest.
I hear you, Tide. Don't lose it. I'm coming to help.
Now to start shooting her down.
Go for the engines, Tide. I'll soon be there.
Yeah, okay, but you can also pick up some items if you don't mind.
New weapon acquired.
I think it's a machine gun. Could be. Especially against missiles, my nemesis in this game. I don't care about that game, only the engines, thank you very much. Okay, so the engines are toast. Anything else on that freighter here?
Tide, you need to hit the engines to weaken her.
Thought I already did that. Okay, we just inflict further damage. That's ruin the tire structural integrity or something like that.
Having fun, Tide?
Oh, quite. It controls pretty well. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Goodbye, freighter.
Hey, this was my job.
So hurry up next time. It was too risky to wait.
BD?
Let's return to base now.
Okay, so people are criticizing me already.
Oh, Sarah. Mission accomplished.
We know. We were watching. Commander Xavier Moondrake has noted your efficiency rating.
Who?
Xavier Moondrake, Proteus SOEB Wing Commander First Grade and Commander of Special Operations. Due to your past record, he's keeping a very special eye on you.
A special eye on a special pilot.
Continue with your training. Now return to base and await.
How was I too late again? I'm not sure. But we took down the freighter, no problem. It's our aircraft carrier, of course. Advertisements in the future, right? Even back in the military base. Guess these soldiers have to spend their money somewhere. Yes, you can also look back here and have multiple camera angles, but the other ones don't work so well for me.
Okay, freelancer, land on your assigned platform.
Ja, und dann befriedet was weit. Ja, it's a highlighted thing for the.
That mission was hardly worth raising a sweat over. That should show Proteus I don't need their stupid training.
Yeah, our ego, man.
Scary ships and frightening freighters. Bring them all on.
Obviously confident type, I see. 130 seconds is the time limit, I see. Interesting. I think our accuracy was slightly better than before, which is nice. How did I take damage the last time, though? Did I crash into the freighter accidentally? Probably, I would figure. Interesting. Alrighty, so we continue. Wingman saved, huh? Probably some attack force coming in. There will be trial by fire for us.
Another
All hands on deck
exciting day at
situation.
Proteus. At least that's what I hoped. Until I got my orders.
Proteus base to freelancer Tide. Come in, Tide.
Good morning, Sarah. Reporting for duty at the shooting gallery range.
Target practice commencement. Follow wing leader to training grounds and do as he says, Tide.
I'm all yours.
No, I'm all his. That's the problem with these freighters, because they also have a nuclear reactor or something like that.
Okay, Tide, let's see how you'll deal with the dummy targets.
Dummy
Up
targets,
ahead, there's
huh?
a couple of drones for you to shoot. See the drones, Tide? Try to shoot efficiently.
Hey, my shooting isn't making any impression on them.
To score a hit, you need to shoot them hard and fast enough while they're up. Once back down, they...
Yes, thanks for interrupting that.
So previous hits are lost.
Oh, great.
Oh, I really hated this section. Probably will hate this section this time around just as much. Because of the auto aiming, as you can tell. Auto aiming is the problem. Because there's so many drones.
Okay, let's try it this way.
Oh, I really hate this section. Yeah, we also have tons of spread on that energy weapon of ours if it's fully charged. The auto lock on is the problem. That makes it really difficult, even though it shouldn't be. Yeah, see? Accidentally. Yeah.
Lucky drone. This time.
There's no manual target selection. In case you're wondering, we have to rely on the auto aim entirely. It's not about reflexes really though. It's just... it's being finicky. How often do I have to charge a stupid weapon to inflict any target hits here? I hate this section. If I fail, I have to do it again, by the way. You have to complete this. It's ridiculous already. Was just as terrible the first time, frankly. Man, I hate this fucking drone. What's with the auto aim? I have to try yet another stupid angle here. Our wingman will get impatient eventually, like me here. This is really terrible. It's not even essential for anything, really.
You got it, Tide.
Yeah. Doesn't play any factor whatsoever later on. The real missions, I should say. It's all because of the auto aim bullshit.
Okay, time's
Yeah,
up,
we did
Tide.
terribly, of
Let's
course.
see how you've done. Hey, Tide, I expected better than this. Now let's see if you can improve that on a second run.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
Again? Isn't there something more exciting?
Tide, you know the rules. It's a required practice. Now, get ready to go again.
I'd be better flying off to look for pirates or
See, just
something more
even take it
challenging.
fucking thing out, even though I have a full hit of all these shots, essentially. It's like a shotgun. So, I have to be even closer at bullshit here. Oh, I really hate this section. I really do. Yeah, he's probably shaking his head in disbelief with some eye for that matter. I have to probably hacking these hangars to inflict any damage here. Like this here, which is a terrible idea.
What's
In
wrong,
real combat,
Sarah?
don't want to be
Chipped
that
your nail
close.
polish?
The trade harbor and the scientists on Thunderclap Islands are being attacked. Break off training and go to defense status.
Yeah, the evil dudes make their first move. You may have seen them in the opening cutscene, at least in the screen there, right?
I can see them.
You know what to do, Tide. Tide, if you need it, you can pick up some ammo.
Thank
There's
you.
some handy stuff stashed around here. Just keep your eyes open.
Don't mess with Tide.
Ja.
Boost acquired.
Not the one I was looking for. We need the upgrade, I should say. Don't crash into your wingman, please. Thank you very much.
Come on if you're tough enough.
Yeah, the game will never cease with the reminder that you have a speed boost available.
And watch this area.
May I give Sir a hint? You can lock
Yes, thank you.
objects. Just press the lock button when the weapon crosshair in your HUD has moved onto the object you wish to lock onto.
Great news. Now go away. Come on, I have a one-way ticket to hell waiting for you.
Take no prisoners, Tide.
Bitte. Okay, wie now. Jetzt haben wir die, was wir excel at. Wir ground attack aircraft primarily. Yes, thank you. Stop interrupting my gameplay. There we go. Gut drin, zweit. Okay, is there anything for the pick up for that matter?
Sure thing. Looks like they're all down.
Okay, but keep your eyes open.
Ammunition acquired.
Thank you.
All free forces. Attack wave spotted approaching Proteus HQ. Make sure the main Proteus facilities are not destroyed. Destroy all attackers.
I think these are just hired goons. They're working for the villains. But you won't know until later, of course.
Boy, are you gonna be sorry.
I hope so.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, pea shooter should do the trick right now. Don't need to use anything else. These are mundane, but very dangerous. BD blew up in mid-flight. Not very sturdy, I see. This is a little bit of a heavier variety.
Over here, Tide. I've got one stuck on my tail.
Try our best here. Oh, don't crash into our friends, of course. Yeah, good shoot in.
I can't shake him up.
Yeah, this is the problem with finding out of energy. Yeah, no problem,
Hey,
sir.
who's training who around here?
Don't push it, Tide.
The attack waves have subsided for now.
Yeah, let's just
Land
search
at
the
the Carrier
wreckage
Sparta for repairs and further
and
orders.
find out who they were
Note
working
that
for.
some weapons you may acquire make use of the special locking feature.
Okay, now leave me alone and let me try it out.
Yeah, we need some targets, of course. Speaking of which, is there any ammo we want to pick up around here? Didn't take any damage because they're focusing on our wingman, of course.
Sarah, who were they?
That information is classified.
You mean Moondog hasn't got any idea?
Moondrake, Tide. His name's Moondrake. Don't
Oh, disrespectful.
Part of the Sagittarius. Land on either of the lower side pads.
Whatever he's called. He has no idea, has he?
Freelancer Tide. It is imperative that you get your repairs sorted. Leave the questions to us. You'll be kept updated. Proteus SOE.
On a need-to-know basis, of course.
Thanks to you too, Sarah.
Part of the Sagittarius. I repeat, land on one of the side pads on the lower level.
I'm sorry, sir. We should probably follow orders before we get demoted. Or just fired because they're freelancer.
Landing on the ship gave me the feeling that the mission wasn't over.
Proteus base to Freelancer Tide. Incoming comms instruction. Our investigators judge it likely the enemy ships are emerging from a mobile base hidden among the northern islands. Your mission is to aid in seeking and destroying that base. By the way, you have passed Commander Moondrake's training criteria. Training missions are over.
Thankfully.
Hey, does that mean I get a contract?
Affirmative.
Do I hear any congratulations?
The other freelancers didn't get any. What makes you so different? Just get on with the job and don't screw up, Tide.
I love you too, Sarah.
Back off, Tide.
Yeah,
Proteus
you're too
SOD
pushy. Too goddamn pushy. Okay, Northern Islands is set. So over here, the general area, where we are up to us to recon. And also dealing with the opposition in the meantime. At least some of them.
Thanks, freelancer, but we have the situation under our control.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like being fried by Magnus Tide.
You're just full of yourself. Of course, we have other orders, but this is certainly fun to do regardless. These are just tiny things, completely defenseless. There's
Hey,
a
Sarah,
submarine.
I think I've found the enemy base. It looks like a sub. Going to investigate.
Engage enemy. Reinforcements will come.
Idiots! Die out here!
Attack the tanks on the side. It's above the waterline.
Sure thing.
Turrets, of course.
Should always look before you leap.
Yeah, at least protect me so I can do my job here in the meantime. Shouldn't be a problem hoping, but the turrets are annoying.
Another hit. This takes forever.
Yeah, but it's a submarine, what do you expect, man? So we'll do it very easily. But remember the design of the ship here, incidentally. It's going to be important later. I'm not sure how many fighters they can hold in there. Too many for the size of this submarine, right?
This is taking ages. Isn't there an easier way?
Maybe there is.
Way to go, Tide!
The sub is retreating. Repeat, the sub is retreating.
They know what's good for them.
The sub has surrendered.
Surrendered,
Tide,
huh?
Fending off the remaining attackers.
Interesting. I wasn't expecting them surrendering, but it should be just one bogey in the sky here.
Tide. Mission objectives achieved. Return to
Excellent.
base for repair.
At least we didn't get hit by debris for a change.
Return to base for repair. Proteus out.
Hold it, Sarah. Tell me, just what's with these pirates? What's wound them up? And more to the point, where are they getting their gear from? They're the best equipped pirates I've ever seen.
We've examined most available vidcam footage, and the visual evidence seems to point to pirates. Not that it's any concern of yours, but the feeling here is that someone is flexing some muscle.
So, we have a
Right.
new hard man in town. No wonder they're getting bold.
Freelancer Tide, it's not my job to speculate. Report to the repair dock.
Ammunition
Further instructions to follow.
acquired.
Proteus base out.
So it's life as a freelancer. Strictly on a need-to-know basis. And of course, since we broke up for our girlfriend, a warm welcome? Certainly not. You have to earn your trust yet again. And we're kind of an asshole anyhow, aren't we? At least we are full of ourselves. Hopefully not full of shit. This guy is fantastic, right? The attitude and the humor. I really like it.
Tide, where are you? You were meant to be returning to base.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking for some items to pick up because we don't get anything for free, of course. That's one of those repair pads.
It's a good job these things are here.
Tide, return to base for further situational update.
Yeah, people do get impatient with you in this game. But it's mostly for the sake of humor. You can really lose this, I believe. But there may be exceptions, so we should probably return to base after all. But getting repaired was one of those mission objectives, you know, specifically pointed out to us in the debriefing. At least over the comlink. Draw distance is a bit limited sometimes because, well, it's a game from 2003, but still looks very nice. Even up close, even though you're not supposed to look at things up close. The other weapon, by the way, is a machine gun, and the deciding factor about the machine gun is the fact that we have a backfiring turret against missiles, because missiles later on will be very, very annoying. That's one thing I do remember from this game.
At last, I had the feeling that I was actually going somewhere other than the practice range.
Nothing beats live fire practice, right? Alright friends, I think it's all we can do for today because I'm running a little bit short for this recording session, unfortunately so. But what I can see was ever so slightly better than before, and we also managed to defend the harbor, but otherwise also that's not exactly an improvement, especially the drone practice efficiency, which was downright terrible unsurprisingly. Otherwise, next time around I do believe we're heading into the free trade zone. Yeah, my kind of zone, with plenty of free fire opportunities. Oh yeah, the Greifenhorst. So the Phillips will show their face for the very first time. But I believe it's all we can do for today, so as usual I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.